Welcome back. Well, it's being called the Great Resignation. Millions of people leaving their jobs voluntarily over the past 2 years amid this pandemic. Well, what happens after that and how can you start something new? It can be pretty daunting. And to talk more about the phenomenon and why people are leaving is Bharti Toto from Oahu. She literally wrote the book on positivity and using social media to find success. Good morning, Bharti.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, and we were kind of talking about this. A lot of people, more people than ever, are just leaving their jobs. But then, what happens after that is, a lot of people are trying to figure out what to do. And you were saying you actually kind of went through that kind of transition yourself, and you sort of used the power of social media to do that. Kind of tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we grew up here with the Aloha spirit, which I call gratitude, because the Aloha spirit we use every day. And a long time ago, I thought about, well, how could I implement it on social media? And I just wanted to give a couple of tips to people who might be looking for something new, whether it's on LinkedIn or social media. The first thing is to add a friend request. Add a friend request to somebody that is untouchable, that you think you couldn't touch, whether it's a job or someone who could connect you with a job. A friend request is an ask. When you ask, you're allowing somebody to give back to you. And a lot of people are intimidated by asking people that are on much of a higher level, or maybe a boss or a CEO of a company, but you have to ask, okay? Secondly is making comments. I always tell people it's lazy to like and retweet something. When you make a comment, it makes you stand out. It gets people's attention. Myself, we were discussing earlier, I've had, people like American Airlines, Starbucks, Lisa Gibbons, a lot of different people follow me just from making comments. And you have something in common with everyone you meet on social media. And you're probably saying, how can you do that? When you look at somebody's profile, you could say, oh, we have this friend in common, or we have that friend in common, or we're, from the same, town, or I've always wanted to go to that place. And you can start a conversation by making a compliment, which is a form of, in my words, the Aloha spirit, and gratitude, which is positivity. Making a comment, just saying, I really like what you're doing. I like your profile, I like your posts. I'd like to hear more about what you're up to. And in turn, that is positivity, especially in this time. And they will reciprocate. The third thing is a video DM. Now, a lot of people don't think about this, but I want you to think about this for a minute. I do not check my direct messages anymore because they are full of spam. But if you send a video DM, if you just send a 5-second message saying, I really love your profile, I'd like to get to know you more, I'd like to, see what you're up to, or some kind words or positivity, or even, seeking a job. Don't be like a bull in a china shop, but send a video DM that says, I really appreciate what you're doing. I want to see, how maybe we can collaborate, how we can, work together. Send a video DM, which is different than most people. It shows that you care, and it takes literally 3 seconds. And a lot of people think that, making comments or sending a video DM, or even on LinkedIn, endorsing people. Well, I don't have time for that. However, people have time to go to Starbucks and scroll through their phone. So these little tips, people can actually get in front of people that they couldn't get in front of before. The old-fashioned way is we would wait months and weeks and years sometime for somebody to get back to us. But on social media, with the Great Resignation, and so many people are quitting their jobs, there are so many jobs out there and so many ample opportunities on social media.
And I think, like you said, the key is, because so much of social media is just about, getting attention or getting likes and comments. But I think sometimes you said it may be just planting that seed, and it may not lead to an opportunity right away, but it's just, but then they might remember you, right?
Oh, they will remember you, because when you make a comment, you stand out. When you just like and retweet, I call it lazy. People don't see that. People immediately go and look at who commented on them versus just liking and retweeting.
Absolutely, and I know you have a book and a website that has some of these tips on there. Any kind of last pieces of advice for people?
Yes, I'm actually doing a webinar this week on how to take your talents and your skill sets and turn it into income. So whatever talents or skills that you have, I mean, a lot of people don't even realize the talents and the skills that they do have, how they can actually turn it into income, because there are so many opportunities right now for that. And I just created a positive environment called the Gratitude Space, which is, I don't want to say it's like Facebook. I saw a need out there for a social networking platform for positivity and gratitude, and I created it. I had the idea about 2.5 months ago, thegratitudespace.com, and then also my latest book, Kids for Gratitude for Parents and Educators. I'm just trying to spread the love of aloha and gratitude throughout the world and make a difference.
Well, Barty, it works, and you never know what it could lead to. So, showing our gratitude for having you come on this morning, Barty. We appreciate it.
Thank you.